And Russia has promised to train troops and supply weapons to Sahel countries in Africa as Moscow seeks to expand its clout in these West African countries led by military juntas. In turn, these countries pledged their support to Russia, with some even calling Ukraine a terrorist state. Now, on Thursday, Moscow hosted the foreign ministers from Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger, collectively known as the Confederation of the Sahel States. After meeting his counterparts, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said that Russia will help build, train and equip the joint armed forces of the alliance. Russia's top diplomat also accused Ukraine of destabilizing the region, declaring that Kyiv openly supports terrorist groups in this part of Africa.
Certain out-of-region actors even today try to destabilize the situation in Sahel region. Recently, apart from former colonial powers, the Kyiv regime popped up among them. With the full connivance of its Western sponsors, it openly supports the terrorist groups in this part of Africa.
Now, Mali's Foreign Minister Abdoulaye Diop echoed Lavrov's comments, stating that his country views Ukraine as a terrorist state.
We have common views on fighting insecurity and terrorism in our region, which is supported by foreign state sponsors and regional actors from our area, which continues to serve as a rear base and support terrorism, which we need to fight against. It includes Ukraine at your doorstep here, which we consider simply a terrorist state.
Now, Mali's government cut diplomatic ties with Ukraine last year over allegations that Kyiv aided an attack by armed groups in northern Mali in July, in which dozens of Russian mercenaries and Malian soldiers were killed. The Confederation of Sahel States is an alliance of West African nations run by juntas that have taken power in coups in recent years. They've kicked out French and other Western forces. Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger face threats from armed groups linked to Al-Qaeda, the Islamic State or separatists, and have turned towards Russia for military support. Moscow has capitalized on deteriorating relations between the West and Sahel nations to assert its influence. Russian military contractors have been active in the region, profiting from the region's mineral riches in exchange for their security services. Lavrov has said that Russia will help the Sahel countries to form a joint military force by offering consultative services, noting that a significant number of Russian military instructors have been working there already.
On my part, I have stressed the Moscow's readiness to promote in all the ways possible the build-up the potential of the joint forces of the Sahel states, increase of their combat capabilities when it comes to national armed forces of each of the three countries. It also deals with the training of the military personnel and law enforcement officers.
For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.